welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at a large aperture portrait lens from 7artisans, the 85mm f1.8 autofocus lens for full-frame systems. And spoiler alert, it's currently $299. Now let's find out how it performs as a portrait lens. When you shoot wide open, you get this very creamy, dreamy bokeh. At the center of the frame, the bokeh is round and smooth, while at the corners, it becomes a little bit cat-eye shaped, but overall it's very pleasing to the eye. At where the focus should be, it's razor sharp. The 85mm lens gives you just enough compression to emphasize your subject. So even though the minimum focus distance is 80 centimeters, you can still get very nice close-up detail shots. It also gives you enough working distance if you are taking photos of, let's say, animals or strangers on the street. Here you can see a comparison when using different apertures. The chromatic aberration seems well controlled even at f1.8. There is some flaring issue, but it's not the worst I've seen. When you shoot wide open against bright light, the image might look a little washed out, but once you stop down a little bit, it doesn't look as obvious. As for vignetting, here you can see only some slight vignetting at f1.8, so it's not an issue you should worry about. As an f1.8 prime lens, it certainly can handle low light environments. If you take portrait or close-up shots on a night street where there are a lot of street lights or neon signs, you can get amazing out-of-focus background separation. Let's also take a look at autofocus capacity. It's pretty accurate. From time to time, it can be a little bit slow, especially if you are focusing at something that is close to you. But most of the time, I think it's good enough. And it's almost silent, so you can shoot videos with this lens. But of course, you can see the focus breathing is quite obvious. Probably not very surprising for a portrait lens though. This lens doesn't have any optical stabilization function, so you can only rely on the camera's steady shot. The footages you are seeing here are shot handheld using the IBIS on my Sony a7C II. And honestly, the unprocessed footages don't look good because of the shakiness, but luckily once you put them in DaVinci Resolve, you can stabilize them within seconds, and all the footages are very usable. Now let's take a look at the build. This lens weighs only 437 grams, just about average, or maybe on the lightweight side for a portrait lens. You can see this lens not only has an aperture ring, a focus ring, an AF/MF switch, but also a customizable button. Now I want to show you how to set your own custom button. If you already know how to do this, you can just skip this part and jump to the conclusion. First, go to the menu, choose the last one, Setup, Operation Customize, Custom Key Dial Setting. Then we will choose the number 4, where you can see a lens with a button. Now select the function that you use very often. A lot of people might choose focus hold as their shortcut key, but I assigned focus magnifier as my custom button because I find it very helpful when I do close-up shots. If we look at some other competitors at the same focal length and maximum aperture, you can see this 7artisans lens is pretty appealing. It's budget-friendly, and the size is rather compact. I have also tried the Vignetting 85mm lens. It's got great autofocus and sharpness. As for the Sony lens, I haven't had the chance to try it, but it's weather sealed. It's the most lightweight among the three, and it's got some very good reviews on the internet. But of course, it's more expensive than the other two. At this price point, I'm pretty satisfied with this lens. It offers great value for the money with good performance and features. For anyone looking for a budget-friendly portrait lens that doesn't compromise much on quality, the 7artisans 85mm f1.8 is definitely worth considering. I hope you find this review helpful. Let me know in the comment area which lens do you think is the most ideal for taking portrait. By the way, if you're interested in seeing a comparison between this lens and the Vignetting lens, also leave a comment to let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.